Welcome to Wicked Felina. I'm Felina. Just started to take my jewelry off. Then I remembered something. Heard someone on the radio tonight say, we used to fight wars for freedom. Now we fight wars for politics. Correction, thought. Now we're fighting wars in the streets and with each other, so we can all be in prison. Think about that. So the media, they want us all to have health care, and they are pushing us towards socialism, communism. Well, this is how Stalin took care of the feeble, the disabled, the elderly, of any kind, sick. He put them all on an island and gave each of them, he was very generous, he gave each of them a sack of flour. Incidentally, maybe he didn't know this, but the water on that island was polluted. So the people had no choice but to mix the flour in the water so they could eat it. And then they got dysentery. Then they ended up cannibalizing each other. So that way you take care of all the disabled and the sickly. You kind of don't have them anymore. You don't have them anymore. And then you have a stronger population if you kind of cull the population off. So, Next story. Oh, you're gonna love this. About Stalin and a chicken. They asked him, Stalin, how do you control? It's amazing. How do you control all these people? How do you keep them under your command? And why do they love you so much? It's because you inspired World War II by killing off 80,000 of your military officers, which inspired Hitler to start World War II, because he said, hey, I can take Russia. So he sent his troops in. What started World War II. So Stalin essentially started World War II. Is it because you send people to the gulag, counter-revolutionaries, which are people who actually want freedom? They want their sense of self and their soul and their mind. You call them counter-revolutionaries instead of the ones that want to be in prison. And you send them to Siberia so they can starve to death. Anybody who's against communism, like the Nazis, it's pretty much the same thing. Different names, same thing. Or what else could it be? The surveillance state, where nobody can say or do anything without the government knowing. How the government controls every aspect of your life. We've got some religions today that are like that, which are actually political ideologies that control every single aspect of your life. So it's kind of like the whole thing goes hand in hand. That's why if you ever wonder why these groups kind of hold certain religions up and the other ones go down, it's because they all are linked. See, they're all linked together. Anyway, getting back to Stalin and the chickens. Stalin says, bring me this chicken. So he picked up this chicken and plucked every feather out of the chicken, one by one. He put the chicken down. And you think that the chicken would have run away screaming. Instead, the chicken went in between his legs and crouched for protection. And he says, see, this is how you control the people. So, this is what we're in for. Good thing about Stalin, he had a nice head of hair, and he had a mustache like George Norrie, coast to coast, and he's such a pleasant fellow. You listen to him at night and get along with everybody. I would argue with people, but it's a good thing about Stalin.